This is a prelude to today's program. This probably doesn't add much value. But there's more to life than value. There's more to life than value and accumulating wealth and value and fucking Jesus Christ. And stop thinking about economics every minute of the day, please. Although maybe that's not what you meant by value, is it? I don't know. Value to you, the home listener. I suppose in a way, I should be thinking about providing value. I think I am. I'm thinking about providing value right now. I'm just not necessarily doing it, but I'm trying to. I'm doing my best with the tools that I have available. I have my harmonica. I have my fantastic microphone. I have what else have I got? I've got this heater over here, which I turn off while I'm recording because it affects the sound quality. I've got real tools over there too. I've got a hammer over there. I've got a jar that's full of screwdrivers and Allen keys and all kinds of things. So I really do have tools in here. Now that I think about it, I really should look around me more and take in what's in here, because there's lots of stuff in here that I'm not using at all. This is my wife's work stuff for her school. I don't use most of that at all. Although I did start using a stapler from there. Well, you'll find out about that later in the show. I don't want to give everything away in the prelude. Anyway, on today's Into Your Head temporarily daily Christmas show for Friday, elephants mostly, and anteaters. There's elephants and anteaters. I think that's about it. Various variations on the theme of elephants. I can't remember what else, and frankly I haven't finished making the show yet, so there's probably other stuff. Anyway, and lots more. Into your head. A lot to get on with today. Items that need to be attended to, issues that need to be addressed, topics. We've got lots and lots of topics. We're positively booming to the seams with topics. We've got topics coming out of what? I don't know. Out of this stapler. Yeah, I have a stapler again now. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. Turns out I had a stapler all along, but I didn't know it. I wasn't making full use of the stationary equipment available to me in this house. It turns out there's stationery everywhere. You just can't see it. You can't see the wood for the trees, and you can't see the staplers for the for punching holes into paper with a view to, at the same time, sticking a bit of metal into them and folding it in order to hold the two pieces of paper together. That's what you do with, I believe some people call it a stapler gun. I don't call it a stapler gun. You don't need to have violent imagery involved in a little fucking stapler that a 2-year-old could be using. No. Would you be comfortable going up to a 2-year-old and saying, here's a gun, use it in your everyday life, as you go around your everyday life doing essential things that you have to do every day, every time you post a check to someone, use this gun. You're going to say that to your young 2-year-old child? I don't think so. I know what you're thinking there. You're thinking, I wouldn't let a 2-year-old child use a stapler. I'd make them use a paper clip instead, and I make sure it was a big plastic safety paper clip that they can't swallow. If you're worried about your child swallowing things, just get some sort of a thing in there, put a thing in their throat that's got it's got holes in it, so only food and water can go through where food is being properly chewed, like a strainer, a spreader. If you don't mind, I'm going to interrupt myself there for a moment, just to seamlessly edit out a coughing fit that I had. I had a coughing fit there. I don't want to be coughing into your ears, deafening you. I tried to edit out coughing. Well, if it's only a single cough and I managed to get away from the microphone, I'm not going to spend half my life editing that out. But no, I didn't want to waste 30 seconds of your ears, because your ears can only last so long. Every bit of, it's just like with any other part of your body, the more you use it, the sooner it's going to wear out. So I've bought you an extra 20 or 30 seconds of ear life by editing out that cough that would have used up your ear capacity. So hope that helps in some way. Anyway, back to the me who's now hopefully finished coughing. Hopefully he is. I'm sure he has, because I've already cut it out. I probably didn't need to insert this interlude, because that's not how editing works. You just cut out the bit with the coughing and then pull the other two bits together and you get rid of the gap. You don't have to have a gap at all. But no, I just come in here, and instead of just removing content, I thought I'd remove the content and replace it with other content, such as this. In fact, this is now at least three times the length of the coughing fit. So I've tripled the amount of content and made it non-coffee. It's absolutely fun. Non-coffee. Oh, it's not hilarious. It's like a not coffee the cat from next door, not coffee the beverage. It's just non-coffee completely. No coffee, no coughing. That's what I meant, is no coughing. And also your coughing is 30 seconds further away. Well, the coughing for your ears. Your ears are going to last 30 seconds longer. So keeps the ear coughing away for an extra 30 seconds. Anyway, on with whatever I was saying. Like one of those things you put in the kitchen sink to stop stuff going down the drain. A thing with holes in it. But I'm sure some unemployed scientist will be capable of designing one, as long as you tell them your idea. You might have to give up your idea or license it to them or something, but it could save many lives, I'm sure. There's an invention for you now. Isn't it great? We've an invention already. 2.5 minutes into the show, you've already invented a new device. Anyway, hello and welcome to the show. I know what you're thinking there. You're thinking, Christ, that's not much of an invention at all. You want to put a thing with holes in it in your child's throat. No, I don't want to put anything in my child's throat. I don't have a child. I have cats. Before you ask, no, I'm not putting anything in my cat's throat. I'm just having a think tank here. I'm thinking, excuse me for thinking and trying to come up with a few ideas and spread them around and inject them into society. There's no law against having ideas, They may be good or they may be bad. If it's a bad idea, you're perfectly welcome to reject it or change it or adjust it or do whatever you want with it. Don't go shooting the messenger, especially not with your fucking stapler gun. Look at me, I have a stapler gun. I like one of those people who goes around an office with keys hanging off them, looking like they're some sort of a fella in a cowboy sheriff's town, and he's a sheriff with keys hanging off them, or wherever they used to. Holsters, I don't know. You have a holster for your stapler gun? You probably do. Well, maybe that's sensible. Maybe that keeps it safe and keeps it close to hand so you can work efficiently. Some time and motion expert probably came into you and said, I see you're using a staple gun at least 5 times an hour. I think you should keep it in a holster, and that'll save you having to reach across the desk for it, because reaching over to the stapler and then pulling your hand back, that's a wasted quarter of a second 6 times an hour. So by having a holster, you'll save 1.5 seconds every hour. That's what the time and motion experts will. I've never come across a time and motion expert. I just remember reading about them in a business studies book in secondary school. They said, oh, here's what a time and motion expert is. I said, that sounds fucking depressing. I hope I never have to work in a place that has one of those. And my wish came true. I never worked in a place that has one of those. Or maybe I did and I just didn't see them, didn't notice them, or they didn't think I was important enough or inefficient enough to warrant their attention. Maybe they thought, the attention I'm giving to this guy will be a waste of my time. And who am I to argue with that? They're the experts on time wasting. I'm not an expert on time wasting. I don't know how to waste time. Unless it's just before breakfast time and a warm up by I don't know how to waste your time. I don't know how to waste your time. I don't know how to waste your time. Oh, sorry about that. I was miles away. I was watching the two bars going up and down in the audio software as I blew my harmonica there. It was fascinating. They were going almost into the red, but not quite, which means I was doing it right. If you read the instructions properly, that's the way you're supposed to do it. That's the way to do it. That's what they say. They say that's the way to do it. Even while you blew it, you weren't blowing it in that way. You weren't making a mess of everything. That's what people mean by you blew it. But no, I was just blowing into the harmonica. I wasn't blowing the harmonica. I was blowing through it. If I was blowing the harmonica, it would have moved away from me because I'd be blowing it with the force of my wind. But no, I was blowing through it. It takes some skill. You can blow a harmonica and it'll just slide away from you and then you lose it. But no, I was blowing through it. I was concentrating my air in small pockets and going through the instrument. And that's why I can play the harmonica and you can't.
Remember, we value the opinions of you, the humble and ignorant listener. Email Neal at studio@intoyourhead.com.
Two elephants walk into a bar. One of the elephants goes straight up to the bar counter and says, "Hello, can I have a pint of your finest Guinness, please?" And the man behind the bar says, "You're an elephant." And the elephant says, "Oh, very well spotted, sir. There's no flies on you. Although that's a bit disappointing because if there were, I could suck them off with my trunk and it would look very impressive. I'd be like although is that just anteaters that do that? Maybe it's not elephants. Am I confusing elephants with anteaters? I hope I'm not, because it won't look pretty silly there as an elephant." And the man behind the bar says, "You're an elephant. It's quite difficult for you to avoid looking silly. Elephants are by definition silly looking. They've got a big thing coming out of the middle of their nose. They've got tusks curve upwards for some reason, and they've got do they have ears? I think they have ears. I can't remember. Do elephants have big floppy ears, or do they just have holes? I can't remember. I can't bring an elephant to mind in my head now. All I can think of is Snuffleupagus from Sesame Street and the Anteater from the Anteater and Aardvark, whatever it was called, cartoon that used to be in the middle of some other cartoon, the Pink Panther show or something. Neither of which are elephants. These fucking cartoons, they destroy the children's imaginations and education by putting crap in it. I remember I used to watch this crap on the television, and the BBC would try to intersperse it with educational stuff. So they'd educate you away for 20 minutes, and then they'd put on some cartoon with an anteater in it, and then you'd forget everything straight away. It's just like when the schools go on summer holidays. The kids spend 2 months forgetting everything, and then they come back stupid, and you have to start all over again the next year. Anyway, the man behind the bar says, "Would you like a pint of Guinness, sir?" And the elephant says, "I thought that's just what I said." And the man behind the bar said, so did I. And the elephant says, "Is it possible that we're both correct then?" And the man behind the bar says, "Oh, it's more than possible. It's likely. In fact, it's more than likely. Just not definite. So it's somewhere between likely and definite. Is there something between likely and definite? I don't know. It doesn't seems like that's a big gap between between likely and definite, but I don't know of the name for any specific point between the two. So hopefully there is. Anyway, here, pint of Guinness coming up, sir. And the elephant says, oh, that's fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. I've just realised, though, I don't want a pint of Guinness. And the man behind the bar says, fuck. Fucking hell. This is, the whole system's going to fall apart now. I thought, after years of barman training and experience, I thought I knew what my customers want every time they come in and say what they want, but now it turns out that doesn't work at all. And the elephant says, that must be very frustrating for you. And the man behind the bar says, it must be. It's only just occurred to me about 2 seconds ago, so I haven't had time to digest my feelings yet and figure out whether it's frustrating or what it is, but I'm sure it must be now that I think about it a little bit. Well, as much as you can in the course of 12 seconds while you're speaking at the same time. And the elephant says, indeed. By the way, I'm an elephant. Have you noticed that? And the man behind the bar says, yes, I think I have. I have noticed that you're an elephant. I think I took one look at you and I said to myself, that's an elephant. That's a fucking elephant. Well, of course, I didn't say it out loud. I was just talking to him, telling myself stuff that I knew already. It's fucking with a waste of conversation. You're like, oh, you don't go up to an elephant and think, oh, that's an elephant, and just say it to yourself. What use is that to anyone? No, the whole point of coming up with sentences is that you communicate them to someone else. Otherwise, you're just, you might as well just be some sort of a wind up clockwork device whose only function is to power its own wind-up function, however you'd say put it, I don't know. Anyway, on with the show. It's probably getting a bit too late now to be reminding you that if you'd like to support this series, you can do so by using my Amazon links to do your last-minute Christmas shopping through Amazon UK, Amazon America, Amazon Canada, and all of those. Just go to intoyourhead.com every time you go to start shopping and click through the appropriate Amazon link. But you can do that all year round. That's how you support a podcast at no cost to you. Every time you go shopping online, just use my Amazon links. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. A generous commission. And it pays for me to get fucking, I don't know, what does it pay for me to get? It pays my mortgage. Well, it doesn't pay, but don't be fucking ridiculous. It doesn't pay my mortgage. A few fucking cents every time you buy something on a freaking website. But it all adds up, I can tell you. It all adds up. It's like a calculator. You get out your calculation machine and you say, oh, I'll put in a 2 and I'll put in a point. No, that's a 3. But in a 0.0000000051, I added in the 3 as well. So now I've only been going a few seconds with this calculation, and I'm already up to 5.0000000051 on my calculator. So you can see how quickly this stuff adds up. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. So anyway, use my Amazon links all year round. Absolutely fucking fantastic. Hello. Monkey nuts. That's what they call them. They call them big steaming, shit-eating, piss-piling, monkey nut repeating, topic cannibalizing, monkey nut. Can a monkey nut cannibalize itself? There's a question for you. Well, can it? If a monkey nut falls on the ground and rots, and then the monkey nut tree soaks up the rotted monkey nut like compost. Well, it's not like compost. It is compost. It becomes compost. Is that considered cannibalism? Well, maybe it's considered cannibalism by some people and non-cannibalism by others. So it's not as clear cut as that. Just like that philosophy thing. If I see a tree in the woods and then the tree gets damaged and falls apart, is it still a tree? That's a philosophical debate, the philosophy philosophers like to have things, all sorts of crap like that. They say, oh, well, it's not crap, it's very important. Whether something exists or not, that's quite important. Don't be writing off stuff like that so easily just because you don't understand it. The question of whether or not something exists is quite important. Well, if that something is something that affects you, or if you are that something, or if that something is something that, if that something is something that is in, it's in something, and then the something else is in something else, and the something else is in something else, and then it's the something else is maybe what comprises 90% of the net GDP of wherever country it's based in. Then it becomes important, I can tell you. And I know what you're thinking there. You're thinking, economics, fuck economics, philosophy and economics, all a load of bollocks. Same with history and maths and entertainment and music and what else? What else is a load of? Basically everything. Everything's a load of crap. That's what you're thinking. Well, that's a load of crap, if you don't mind me saying so. I'm probably done with this segment now, am I? I think so. I don't really like today's show, to be perfectly honest. So feel free to not like it yourself. Although obviously if you see it on Facebook, like it. Do the like thing with the button. I'll know that when you're liking it, you're really thinking, I don't like this episode. I'm just trying to be supportive. It's fine. You're allowed to lie with the like button. You're allowed to... what's the first... You can't spell... As they say, you can't spell like without lie. Well, you can spell it, but you can't pronounce it. You can't pronounce the word like without starting by saying lie, because it's lie and then K. Lie, basically it's lie followed by OK. Lying is OK with the like button. That's what they say. It's probably in there in the Facebook terms and conditions now that I think about it. None of us ever read them. None of us ever read the Facebook terms of conditions. Maybe if I run out of material around the third week of the temporarily daily Christmas show, we'll go through the Facebook terms and conditions and we'll all learn something and get something out of this. But apart from that, no. Anyway, good morning.
Into your head,